Come forward a bit. I've got to be close, otherwise they can't hear. Carry on.
Hi.
Hello, hello.
Good evening. Welcome to Wednesday night Satsang with John and Michelle.
Yeah, good to have you back and to be here on this beautiful Wednesday with beautiful weather here in Cape Town. Don't know about anywhere else.
Yeah, no, we're having absolutely beautiful weather here in Cape Town.
Yeah, it's
and
gorgeous.
I believe the rest of the country is
Cold.
been a bit cold, but we'll send you our warm weather up on the way. But if you are experiencing cold, don't worry, because I think tomorrow we've got a cold front coming in here. So we'll be getting a bit of rain and cold, and then we'll send that through the rest of the continent.
Yeah.
Should we do that?
Welcome to those of you who are joining us for our short little satsang on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
Always nice to see
I see
you coming
Christine
in.
there. Hello, Christine.
Hello,
Hi.
hello. I think that's
Hi.
Jane. Hi, Jane.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't see your names anymore for some reason, but please send us your name and where you're from, and so we can connect with our community again.
Yeah, and send us our hearts. We love the hearts. Thank you. Yeah, and also if there's any particular subject which you'd like us to touch on, put that in the comment box, and we'll have a look at that. We like getting ideas for what needs to be talked about, what needs to be discussed. So just let us know there. Put that in the comment box.
You good?
All right.
You're going to check in?
Yeah, I think so. Let's just start out this evening by centering ourselves into the present moment. And we focus on our breath and our breathing, because that's the one thing we've always got with us that brings us back into centeredness. So just gently close your eyes and just bring your awareness to the tip of your nose and feel the gentle movement of the air in. And then as you breathe out, just become aware of the change in temperature. So just put your full awareness onto the tip of your nose and keep it there. And become aware of this movement of air in and out. It's called the breath of life. Without this, we couldn't experience the human realm. So for a moment, just bring your awareness fully into the present moment by withdrawing your mind from all other times and all other places, and just being centered in this present moment now. This is, after all, the only thing that's real right now, is this present moment, here and now. So just honor the sacredness of the breath with your awareness. And take that deep breath in right down to your belly button, blowing your tummy up like a big ball. And then when you're ready, release the air and relax your shoulders, soften your neck and your forehead. And take another deep breath in right down to your belly button, blowing your tummy up like a big ball. Take the air down to those toes. And then a long sigh out and release all the day's troubles, challenges, situations, events. Just release everything from the day. And now breathe in the fresh presence. Breathe it in as a blue air right down to your belly button and down to your toes. And release the last vestiges of stress from the day. Just let it go. And with your eyes closed, gently center yourself in the present moment by becoming aware of your body. Becoming aware of where your hands are resting right now. Feel that sensation of touch in your hands. Become aware of your thumbs. They perform so many functions for us, your thumbs, but we don't honor them much with our attention, do we? If you lost a thumb, boy, you'd know about it. So just center your awareness in your thumbs and give a bit of gratitude for the miracle that is the dexterity of your thumb. And bring your awareness into your fingers now. And the dexterity and all the functions that the fingers perform on a day-to-day basis. We live in a world now where the keyboard is king, and Imagine if you didn't have fingers. Bring your awareness into the center of your palms of your hand and see if you can feel any energy radiating from your palms. See that your hands are relaxed, not clenched or intertwined. Just relax them gently. You might like to rest one hand in the other, or sit with your palms facing upwards. Either way is fine. But just become aware if there's any heat in the palms of your hands. See if you can pick up a pulse of energy from those points in the palm of your hands, right in the center. Now become aware of your bum resting on the chair. Maybe you're sitting with your back supported by the backrest of the chair and feet on the floor. Become aware of that sensation, of what it feels like to fully inhabit the body with your awareness. Can you imagine the breath is going in and being transferred into the blood vessels, veins, capillaries, and transported around your whole body, bathing every single cell in your body with nutriments, oxygen, and then transporting all the waste matter away. And every single one of your billions of cells right now. Honor your body with your awareness and settle down into the present moment. So if you've withdrawn your mind from all other times and all other places, and you're just centered here, now, in the present moment. Becoming aware of everything you can hear. Become aware of any thoughts as they float through your awareness. Just allow them to be. You are the awareness that has the thought. You're not the thought. Take a deep breath in now, blowing your tummy up like a big ball as you take the air right down into your body. And then a long sigh out, relax your shoulders even more and your neck, and gently when you're ready, you may open your eyes. Just see how you feel right now, more centered, more real, more connected to life. So tonight we thought we'd talk a bit about meditation, being Wednesday night Satsang. I think meditation is a good topic to cover.
It is. And it's a good topic for right now because we're sort of being more or less coerced to stop and slow down. Astrologically, with all these planets retrograde, we've got 6 now. It's a lot. It's not exactly forward motion, so there's a lot of sort of handbrake motion going on. Just, you want to go forward, but you keep getting pulled back or stopping, or your body stops you, or something else stops you. So some of you might be feeling that, or some of you might be feeling a little tired. So, rather than fight the flow, right, rather than fight the river, it's better to go with it. And meditation is one of those things that bring us into flow.
And there's 2 types of meditation, or you can think of this as 2 types. There's only one meditation, one true meditation. True meditation is just no mind. It's the space between your thoughts. And that's your true awareness, your true consciousness, the unconditioned part of yourself, rather than the conditioned. Every thought is conditioned. But there's a space, a tiny space between your thoughts. And that is meditation. Meditation, just simply no mind, just pure awareness. So that's true meditation. But there are different forms of that meditation. And generally, what most of us call meditation is actually visualization. And visualization is a great doorway, it's a great portal into meditation. And I think most of us start with visualization. And I start my day, every single day, with a visualization to bring me into that centered present state. And I would suggest, if you haven't already get one, get a guided meditation. Those of you who are on our course at the moment get a new meditation every week. And it's really helpful. You know, there's many programs now on your phone that you can access directly. There's Insight Timer is the one that you use. Yeah. And you can listen to this through your headphones as you wake up in the morning. And it just brings you into that centered state. The one I do every morning is just balancing my energies in my body, balancing the chakras. I started doing that almost 20 years ago now. And I do not start my day without, that half an hour centering meditation. And then I come and do maybe a formal meditation where you sit and you have a candle and you just go into presence. But visualization is very, very powerful at distracting the mind from your thoughts, from your story, and bring your mind into a more centered place. So I would suggest visualization. Yeah, it's a very powerful way to start meditating.
It's definitely a way to start to slow down the rational, busy mind.
The monkey mind.
It starts to actually slow it down. And then when you start to actually meditate without the visualization, then you can do it with the breath. So you bring your attention back to your breath, which we often do in our little closing and opening meditations, because the breath is always there. So it's something that you can really use effectively to get into a meditation without the visualization. So you're not reaching for anything. You're not trying to see something. You're not trying to achieve something. You're not trying to get an image or an answer. You're basically just connecting, keep coming back to the breath. Or you can do a mantra, which is also really powerful. So a mantra is just a word that you say, which preferably doesn't have a meaning, so it doesn't take your mind off on that tangent. So you don't want to use a word which then triggers a thought, because then that takes you back into the mind. So to use a word, so very often they use a Sanskrit word which you don't know what the meaning is. So there's no association with it. And it's almost like it's like a line. So I use a mantra and it brings me, it's like when you diving, it's that line that, if somebody throws a rope overboard, so that's the place that you know that you can go back to. It's that line, and it brings you back every time. So as soon as your mind wanders, you bring it back. And I think a lot of people think that they can't meditate because they've got busy minds, but we do have busy minds.
The mind
it's meant to be busy. Yeah, so it's not that you can't meditate because you've got a busy mind. It's the meditation is the process of slowing that down to a point where it actually starts to disappear. And then, as John said, you have those moments of peace where the mind's just slowed down or stopped. It's gone away.
And what really happens is that the mind can even have its thoughts, but you're no longer attached to those thoughts.
Yeah.
So you become the awareness that you really are, that you always are. You could not be the awareness. The problem is the awareness is addicted, and it's addicted primary to thinking. And so we get so attached to our mind and our thoughts. I counted them one day when I was really bored, and there were 60,000 of them. And 95% of those thoughts that you think every day are completely superfluous. Yeah. They serve no purpose whatsoever. They're not going to help you at all. But what they do is they serve to build up a story, a matrix, an identity for yourself. And then we live in that identity, the identity that is created by your thoughts. And we need a holiday from those thoughts. So meditation can be seen as a holiday from your mind. It's a holiday from your story. And it is really important to do that. The same way as sleep is important. Because in sleep, what we do is we rest the body and rejuvenate the body. And what we do in meditation is we rejuvenate our spirit. We reconnect with spirit. And that energizes us in ways that normal sleep doesn't really do. So meditation is a really a great way to start your day and to end your day. But you can actually do meditation throughout your day.
You can do walking meditation, dishwashing meditation, brushing your teeth meditation, anything that actually brings you back to this moment. So if that's sort of mindful, but I don't like the word mindful really because it means mindful, but it doesn't. It's bringing you back to this moment. Anything that brings you back to this moment. So I love to do mandalas, which is a creative process which you do in the round, so in a round format.
Painting.
Because either drawing or painting or even colouring in, because what it does is it just settles the mind, just makes the mind go away, and eventually you're just completely focused in on what you're doing. So many of the Eastern religions meditate on the mandala, so because the mandala's always got a center point, and it brings you into the center point, So that would be an open-eyed meditation. And you can also do that with like a candle flame. Just watch a candle flame. And as soon as your mind starts to wander, you just don't follow it. You just notice it. And then you bring it back to the candle flame. Yeah, so there are many different types. And I think a lot of people get a little scared. I remember when I used to say that I couldn't meditate because I've got too much of a busy mind. And then when I did TM, which is Transcendental Meditation, they said, no, that's okay if you've got a busy mind. You don't have to fight that mind. As John said, you just don't follow those thoughts. So when you notice that your thoughts are going mad and you've gone into a whole story, you just notice that's the awareness. And then you bring it back to this moment, to the candle, the breath, the mantra, whatever it is that's actually bringing you back into it.
Yeah. And if you can think of it this way, meditation is really falling in love with life. Meditation is falling in love with life. Where is life? Life is always in the present moment. And that's all that meditation is bringing your awareness into alignment with the present moment. That's meditation. And when I say falling in love with the present moment, with life, well, what is love but a sense of connection, is it not? So love is a sense of connection. All you're doing in meditation is you having that sense of connection with life, with presence, with just the isness of this moment. And when you fall in love with life, life falls in love with you. And you find there's this reciprocal energy exchange. And it's far better to live your life in love than in fear or regret or anger or despair or anxiety, don't you think? Mm-hmm. So I think living your life in love with life is the way forward through all the challenges and the problems and the situations that you experience. If you're able to bring your conscious awareness back to that meditation, back to that space between your thoughts, back to just this moment right now. You can do it sitting in your car, you can do it sitting at your desk, you can do it riding in an elevator. Yes, it's easier to do it in nature. Walking in nature is a wonderful way to reconnect with life. But in fact, you don't have to have circumstances to your liking to fall in love with life. You can do it in any situation, any time of the day, or night. So, for example, if you have a sleeping problem, practice meditation. You wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, now the mind will start, I should be sleeping, I'm going to be tired in the morning, and there's and then what about this that I didn't do yesterday, and this has got to be done today, and that doesn't help you, that doesn't refresh your mind at all. So you wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and just practice meditation. And you can, as we discussed earlier, have a guided meditation, you put on headphones and you listen to that. Or you can do your own visualization. You can visualize, which is very good, is to practice doing the chakra meditation. And Michelle is going to take us through a chakra meditation in a few moments. Mm-hmm. But you just visualize each color of the chakra. You work down your body, and then you connect with the bed beneath you or the Mother Earth, and then you bring that energy back up you. Mm-hmm. And you celebrate that as it expands into the universe, and then you bring it back down you again. And you do that if you can't sleep, and you find there's this sense of peace that comes in you. And you can lie awake, but in this bubble of absolute peace. Now you're getting far more regeneration in the body in that state than you would in say, REM sleep.
Yeah, and I think it's interesting that we actually often stay away from it. We often don't do what we need to do. So when we are really stressed, and when the world is going nuts, and when we do feel like we're spinning out, most of us will say, well, I haven't got time to meditate. And that's when you need to meditate, because that's when you need to go to the center of the wheel, because that's where you feel like you're spinning. So I remember Wayne Dyer saying in one of his talks, he said that he used to phone Deepak Chopra because they were good mates. And every single time he'd phone, he'd say, I need to speak to you, I've got this problem. And Wayne would say, meditate. Deepak would say, meditate, Wayne. And he'd say, okay, now put me onto your wife. Put me onto her, Rita, I think her name is.
Yeah.
Let me speak to her. And Rita would come on the phone and say, meditate, Wayne. So it's just that if you are feeling strung out and you are feeling stressed and you are feeling overwhelmed, a lot of people are feeling overwhelmed right now and tired, then your spirit needs a rest and it needs to just be without the constant barrage of energy and information.
Meditation regenerates your connection to spirit. That's really what it does. Spirit is the true essence of who you are. It's the unconditioned part of yourself. And it's a reconnecting. It's going home into this beautiful ocean of peace. And from that, you're able to go back into your world of your mind and your thoughts and your challenges. But now you're taking that element of peace with you. And it's amazing at how more intelligent you become, how better the brain functions when you're in that state compared to when you're in the stress state. And it improves the quality of your life, the quality of your health, the quality of relationships. So meditation is, I think, a necessity on our journey right now.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer.
No-brainer. There we go. It's a no-brainer.
Yeah, and another really beautiful one is just putting on a music without words and just sitting in a quiet room with maybe a candle and just letting that music flow through you. That in itself is a meditation. It takes you in.
Yes, yeah.
Because music, that kind of music, beautiful soulful music, is designed to take you in. We were listening to some last night.
Yeah,
it was just beautiful.
You can also do a repetitive mantra music,
too.
Yeah.
So either mantra or with nothing, because otherwise
Yeah.
you don't want to play something that's going to get your mind going.
No,
But a
you don't want anything with
mantra's
an
fine.
emotional connection,
Attachment.
attachment.
Yeah.
You don't want that, no.
Yeah. Oh, so just a few little things there,
Yeah.
just
So-
to remind you. And
Yes.
most of you know that, I'm sure.
So just make a commitment to meditate more than you've ever done before. You need it right now. And also when you go into that state of meditation, no mind, you become a channel for the divine to enter this world.
Yeah.
And I think we need the divine in this world more than ever before. So what happens is that we become, like Rumi said, we become like the hole in the flute that the Christ breath blows through. And your life becomes the music of that interaction. So just think of how important it is for you, but also for the world, to meditate more.
I love that saying, because it's the hole in the flute.
Yeah,
You're
just
becoming the
emptiness,
emptiness,
just the
not the
emptiness.
flute.
You're just
Becoming
the
the hole
emptiness.
in the flute.
Yeah.
All right, let's end off. And
Shall we
I'll
just do
take
a
you
meditation?
through-
Yeah,
Yeah.
guided meditation. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. And just
yes.
a little bit
Just
of
a
a
reminder.
plug to those of you who would like to up your game as far as awakening, consciousness, spirituality, and most important, freedom. We are starting a new course tomorrow night, and we have a Zoom meetup at 7 o'clock, and you're all welcome. Everyone's welcome. There's no charge at all for the first week. You just go to our website, which is journeysofawakening.com, and just sign up, and you can journey with us for the first 7 days absolutely free. It is a 13-week journey, but the first week is absolutely free. And part of that you get teaching, wisdom teachings. You get fantastic, beautiful online journal. Get meditations. You get affirmations.
Some
And then you
creative
get
stuff.
1 or 2 Zoom meetings every week. The first week you get 2 Zoom meetings, creative stuff. So yeah, come and join us for the first week. It starts tomorrow night, so you can go on the website journeysofawakening.com, and I'll put it on the on my website page. In fact, if you go down my Facebook page, you'll find the connection there as well.
Yeah, join us. It's an obligation. Come and
Yeah.
join us for the first week, and you'll get a lot out of the first week. So
Yeah.
it's not just a intro week. There's a lot in that first week,
A lot
so
of substance.
it's worthwhile.
Yeah, and if you're gaining something from these sessions that we have, please share them with your friends.
Yeah.
Share the light. That's what I say. Share the light. Yeah.
Share the light. Thanks, John. Okay, so let's just settle down again. Breathing in and out. I'd like you to make your out breath twice as long as your in breath. So say breathe in for 3 and breathe out for 6. Breathe in through your nose for another 3 and breathe out through your mouth as if you're blowing through a straw to the count of 6. Breathe in again to the count of 3. And on the out breath, blowing through the mouth like a straw, you're releasing and relaxing your shoulders. And on each out breath, you're just dropping your shoulders a little more and softening your body. Just focusing on the breath. And you might want to try this when you're trying to fall asleep, is actually making the long out breath and the short in breath, because that automatically relaxes the whole parasympathetic nervous system, and you might find that you actually just drift off. So just practice that long out breath and the shorter in breath. Just keep that going and just keep moving down your body. So relaxing the tension in your head on the out breath. Breathing into your neck, and on the out breath, softening your neck, relaxing your neck, and bringing that breath out through your mouth. Breathing into your shoulders for 4 or 3, and releasing the shoulders on the out breath for a longer breath for 6. Breathing into your torso, count of 4. And breathing out, see if you can breathe out for 8. Let all your breath out. Breathing into your pelvis, your hips, and blowing that breath out and relaxing the pelvis and the hips. Breathing into your legs, thighs, your knees, your calves, and on the out breath, just relaxing all of those. Breathing into your feet and your hands, and a deep, beautiful blowing out breath, just releasing any tightness, any pressure. And one last beautiful ripple of breath going all the way from the top of your head all the way into your feet. Breathing in and then breathing out. And now I'd like you to move your attention to the end of your spine. This is where your base chakra would be. Visualize a beautiful red flower slowly opening. And imagine that beautiful red bathing you in vibrant, gorgeous, brilliant red. Feel that filling you up. Soak up this brilliant red energy. Breathe it in. Let it clear any blockages in that area. And now move up to the area halfway between your pubic bone and your belly button. This is where your Sacral Chakra is found. And there visualize a beautiful orange flower slowly opening, bathing you as it opens, and it just opens and opens and opens. It starts to bathe you in a beautiful, glorious, vibrant orange. Soak up that beautiful, vibrant orange energy. And now move your attention to your solar plexus. This is where you're just sort of beneath your breastbone. This is where your solar plexus chakra is to be found. Visualize a beautiful yellow flower starting to open and open and open and allow that yellow to just permeate through you and to fill you up. Breathe into your heart, right into the middle of your heart, and imagine a beautiful, brilliant green, emerald green. Let that flower, green flower, appear and open and open. Let the petals just keep opening and filling you up with glorious green. Soak that up. Now move your attention to the middle of your throat. This is where your throat chakra is. Visualize a beautiful sky blue. See it as a beautiful blue flower, slowly opening, bathing you in glorious, vibrant sky blue. Feel the energy of the sky just pouring into your throat, clearing away any blockages you have with communication, speaking your truth. Just let it soak in. And now moving up to the spot between your eyes. It's your third eye chakra. And there visualize a very deep indigo purple flower. Imagine that purple flower opening petal by petal. Opening and continuing to open and bathing you in a glorious, vibrant indigo. Soaking up this beautiful indigo energy all the way through your body. And now lastly, move your attention to the top of your head. And this is where your crown chakra is to be found. And there visualize a violet white flower. Visualize it as a lotus flower, 1,000-petaled lotus flower, opening up, petal by petal, just continuing to open up and open up, connecting you to your highest spiritual connection, opening that spiritual connection up so that the light from the divine permeates, pours in through the top of your head and all the way down through your body. And that activates all the chakras as it goes down. So let that beautiful violet light pour through the top of your head, activating the brow, that indigo, activating the throat, the blue, down to the heart, the green, down to the solar plexus, the yellow, to the Sacral Chakra, the orange, and to the base chakra, the red. And it go all the way through into the bottom of your feet, spreading out like roots, anchoring you when you feel lost, when you feel disconnected. Just keep that beautiful violet light flowing all the way through you. And then bring your attention gently back to your breath. Take a beautiful deep breath in and a releasing breath out. And just before you open your eyes, just check in with your body right now. Check in to see if you are in a still place, in a more quiet place. Take another deep breath in. And a relaxing breath out. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes.
It was lovely. I could stay in that state forever. Bliss, absolute bliss. You can practice that any time of the day or night, whenever you're feeling off center. It brings you back into that hub, into the centeredness.
And if you don't want to go through the chakras, you can actually just visualize the colors of the rainbow, because that will actually take you down, because the vibration of the colors actually starts to relax you. So if you just think of the colours of the rainbow and you go through those, it'll actually start to relax you too.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And
Thanks,
for those of you who are joining us tomorrow night, that's really great. You're all welcome. It's a teaching Zoom call from 7 until 8:30 tomorrow. And it's live interaction, so questions are taken. And it's wonderful to build up the community. You're all welcome. It's journeysawakening.com. Otherwise, we'll see you on Sunday night for our Sunday night satsang, and that's at 7:30. So thank you, bless you, and may you have a peaceful, wonderful, creative last few days of the week. And then we celebrate Michelle's birthday on Friday. How about that? Good night, everyone. Sleep tight. Sleep tight. Namaste, Om Shanti.